The past several months have been pretty bad for Brett Favre. A lot of things coming out about him and what's been going on with the state of Mississippi, including that potentially there are like $70 million in welfare funds that have been inappropriately distributed, and that Brett Favre may have been a part of that, including getting things to a former governor to help out for something, including having something committed to the Mississippi college where his daughter was at to build some volleyball facility. All these things coming out. Well, now Brett Favre is clearly very unhappy with that. He is now suing some of the bigger names that spoke out about this. Brett Favre sues Shannon Sharpe and Pat McAfee. You defamed me. Brett Favre is dragging Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharpe to court, suing the ultra-popular sports analysts after he says they made comments about him that were false and defamatory. Favre filed the lawsuits earlier this week in Mississippi, naming the state auditor Shad White as a defendant in one of the suits as well. The Green Bay Packers legend claims the suits on all three defamed him when talking about his alleged role in the welfare fund scandal in Mississippi. Favre said McAfee made some of the remarks on his podcast. Alleged, the former NFL punter said the ex-quarterback was, quote, stealing from poor people in Mississippi. And that the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe muttered defamatory comments when Sharpe called Favre a sorry mofo to steal from the lowest of the low. Now, I don't know whether this is real. I don't know whether he's really going to go to jail for this or he's going to get caught up in it, whatever. I do know that Pat McAfee has already delivered a pretty forceful response, as you would imagine he would. Pat McAfee not shying away from legal battle with Brett Favre. Let's ride this fucker. Let's listen to a little bit of Pat McAfee with a beer on the Pat McAfee Show during Super Bowl week.
And found out that we weren't recording. This show has grown so much that we're lucky to be live from Radio Row. We're lucky to have a little bit of say in sports. We're thankful that we have the opportunity every day to be a part of the sports media world. And I guess whenever you get a little bit too big, you fly a little bit too close to the sun.
That's right.
I'm getting sued alongside Shannon Sharpe and an auditor from Mississippi by Brett fucking Favre.
Wow. Man.
Brett Favre suing me in a defamation lawsuit saying I defamed his name to try to earn a profit. With this, obviously, I believe comes discovery and depositions and all these other things.
Now, he goes on, and it's like a 5-minute video. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but I'm going to show you the end a little bit. But he goes on to explain that they initially wanted him to delete. The lawyers contacted him, Brett Favre's lawyers, and said, we want you to delete every video, every post, everything you've ever done that mentions Brett Favre's name. Pat McAfee said, no. Then they gave him a deadline. If you don't do all these things by Wednesday, then we're going to sue you. And Pat McAfee said, no, not going to do it. And this is what people love about Pat McAfee. He doesn't back down to this stuff. He keeps it as real as can possibly be. And this is the way that he ended this segment here.
For the Cincinnati Bengals team. We take a lot of pride in our work. We had to cover that situation. And we certainly said allegedly. And a lot of people are wondering how my lawyers are going to handle this. You know it. I ain't got them. So let's ride this fucker. I'm excited to see how it goes. I'll see you in court, pal. Cheers to everybody, and cheers to Feel Good Friday not being ruined at all by that.
Cheers.
No. Cheers to all you guys.
Cheers.
You think they're going to pull up clips of...
Now, the best part is that Pat McAfee is probably going to make so much money off this thing, off the fact that Brett Favre is suing him for defamation. Now, of course, everybody talked about this. A report came out about Brett Favre. It's in the news. Everyone's going to talk about it, just like we do here on this channel. You know, when something comes out, you give your opinion on it. I don't know if this happened or not. This is what they're saying. I certainly wasn't there in the room. I wasn't there when Brett Favre said this, so I'm not quite sure, but this is what I think looks to have happened. That's what Pat McAfee did. I imagine that's what Shannon Sharpe did as well. But Brett Favre, clearly, he realizes how damaging this has been to his legacy, and now he's lashing out at two of the biggest names in the sports commentary world, Shannon Sharpe over on Fox Sports 1 and Pat freaking McAfee. I love the way that Pat McAfee handled it. I would recommend everybody just go in and watch it. If there's one show that I try to watch every day, I don't get to watch all of it, but I at least try to tune it on in at least for 30 minutes while I'm doing stuff during the day. It's 1000% Pat McAfee Show. To me, that is the place to be. That's the place to go midday for sports right now, and I love the way he responded to Brett Favre. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.